So Maa Durga is basically uh, a royal force, essentially a bit like Mahalakshmi, but also has the intensity of Kali in her.
Repeat that sentence.
Is a bit like Mahalakshmi in essence somewhere. So there is a balance and a harmony inside, but also that intensity and ferocity of Kali. That is also present there inside her. And one of the things is we know that she is the Mahishasuramardini. She destroys Mahishasura. Okay. And she is a royal deity. She blesses people with, so if she blesses somebody, that individual will become a leader. There's no chance he'll remain an ordinary person. So that is one of her, that's why one of the things is many of the royal dynasties used to worship some or the other form of Maa Durga.
What has Athar pulled up?
So this is the standard iconography of Durga.
Which is?
She's destroying the Asura Mahishasura. That Asura, with that, there is a battle that happened for over 100 years in the various realms. The Asura could change forms and attack, and goddess Durga, along with her armies of various divine beings, actually came ahead and fought that battle and eventually destroyed that Asura. And the lion is her vahan, which is on which she. So the lion is anyway among the animals in the jungle. It is a royal animal, right? So it automatically indicates that when the blessings of Durga comes, it's not just a leader. Leader means a top class leader you will become. So that is why oftentimes dynasties and powerful royal dynasties, etc., have some link or the other to some form of Durga in terms of worship and other activities, etc. So there are 10 arms and she has all the weapons of all the gods. She's formed from the collective energy of the different deities. And with that, she goes into battle and destroys the Asura. We find that there is a very interesting story in the Kalika Puran which says that she destroyed this Asura 3 times in 3 Kalpas.
Kalpas is?
Kalpa is a cycle of time, huge cycle of time. Okay. So let's say just in 3 cycles of creation, she destroyed the Asura in 3 times, same Asura. And each time she destroyed in once, so each of the times, now things will start getting complex.
Go for it.
Each of the times she destroyed, her iconography changed a bit. In one, she destroyed as a form known as Ugra Chanda. This is the Ugra Chanda image. Okay. So there is a very complicated mantra for this
How
form.
do you differentiate so fast, sir?
No,
Like
that's because you are seeing for the first time. I've been seeing for a long time.
Okay.
So that's why. So first is Ugra Chanda. Second, there is a form, the second Kalpa she destroys, Madhyama Kalpa we call it, as Bhadra Kali. In that form, the battle went on for 9 days. Okay.
Navaratri.
And then in the third Kalpa, but not this Bhadra Kali. This Bhadra Kali image, it will be slightly difficult to find. She is standing on a lion. She's Kali but standing on a lion.
Type Bhadra Kali standing on a lion and see. We're researchers, sir.
And the third time she destroys as Kathyayini, the daughter of Rishi Katyayana. And that form, the battle went on for 4 days. That is the form that is worshipped as Durga in Durga Puja in Bengal. That's
Gotcha.
4-day puja.
Gotcha. Has Atharva been able to pull up anything?
No.
These are very complex.
This is different forms. These are different forms. This is not that form.
My question to you, sir, is like, what's the difference between Durga sitting on a tiger versus Durga sitting on a lion?
Mantra is different. At the end, I keep telling this, repeating this 100 times. Mantra is the deity. Once you enter into the field of Tantra Sadhana, the mantra is the devata. Change the mantra, the form will change. The difference between Ugra Chanda, Bhadra Kali and Kathyayini is the mantra changes.
And the energy changes slightly,
Slightly it will change. There's a broad spectrum, broad archetypal energy deity, the main deity that is Durga. Within her capacity, within her domain, there are multiple mantras possible. Each of these mantras will have slight differences in the energy. Ugra Chanda mantra is extremely fierce. Bhadra Kali mantra, this Bhadra Kali mantra is also fierce. Durga mantra as it is fierce, but Durga mantra can also protect an individual, by the way. It's very good for protective powers. Physically protect an individual, Durga mantras are very good. So there are many mantras of Maa Durga, or even, in fact, I recorded one of the meditations on the 32 names of Maa Durga, which just about anybody can do. And that's very protective, very beautiful.
You said that the difference between the Durga Ma sitting on a lion versus Durga Ma sitting on a tiger is a slight difference in the two mantras.
So it gets even more complex now.
Go for it.
So I told you these are the three. This is Pratyangira. This is different form. This is not Maa Durga. So Pratyangira is a form that is used specifically to reverse black magic. She is a form of Bhadra Kali, Atharvan Bhadra Kali. Okay. More or less. Okay. So that's another.
You see, Atharva just looked at you. What did you say?
Atharva Ved से जो आता है वैसे there is a Bhadrakali form that is known as Pratyangira. She is specifically extremely fierce. Her peculiar capacity is to reverse any kind of black magic if her upasana is done.
Okay. What you said about the difference between the lion and the tiger?
So I'll explain. This gets more interesting.
This is the most complex episode we've done till date probably, but go on.
So Durga comes. So this is so there are three Kalpas in which there is first is Ugra Chanda, then is Bhadra Kali, then is Kathyayini. Apart from that, she can also be represented in an 8-handed form, which is popular, for example, in North India, riding a tiger. Okay, it has a slightly different mantra. In fact, the tantras mention multiple mantras. There is a mantra which is a Mahishasuramardini mantra of Durga. It's Ashtakshari mantra is there. Ashtakshari means 8 aksharas are there in the mantra, where only depiction is that she is kind of, putting her Trishula into the Mahishasura. But in all cases, the Mahishasura is present. There's a reason for that. In the second kalpa, there's a story behind this. I had mentioned this in one of the conversations. The Mahishasura in the second kalpa, he's already attained boons from the gods. And then he does tremendous tapasya, acquires great amount of powers, defeats all the gods, defeats all the astras, everybody. And then he takes a boon that no man can ever defeat him. But in the boon, there is no mention of a woman. So then comes the goddess. Okay. And in the second kalpa, he's already has tremendous powers. He gets a dream one day. And the dream is seeing there's a woman on a lion, flowing hair, etc., attacking him and destroying him. And he wakes up because he's a very advanced individual in terms of tapasya and sadhana. He explains that this dream is not going to be false. But who is this woman? I have not known any woman. I have seen all the 3 gods and the 3 murtis and all the weapons and everything I have defeated. Who is it? So he sits in meditation and his tapasya. Long time he does tapasya, and then Bhadra Kali form of Durga appears in front of him. And when it appears in front of him, he is by that time converted into a devotee. Okay. And he is in a state of bliss. And he says that I know that it is destined that I will die in your hands. I know that it is a leela, a game that is being done so that for thousands of years and thousands of years, so long as humanity is there, they will remember that who exactly you are and what is your power. Okay. And I am completely okay with that. But I have one blessing to ask. And Bhadra Kali form Durga tells him that you ask, what do you want? He says that bless me that whenever there's a yajna happening, fire ritual happening, there must be offerings made to me as well. Okay, like it's given to the gods. Because yajnas are like feeding the gods by offerings. And Durga says that no, if I allow that, yajnas, no offerings are given to asuras. Because if I allow that, it will destroy dharma. It will tilt the balance of dharma completely for future generations. But she says, I will ensure that you are immortal. That nobody ever forgets you. And she says, whenever in the world there is upasana of Durga happening, there has to be shown Mahishasura at her feet. You cannot have a Durga upasana, puja of an icon without the Mahishasura. People may ask that why do we need to show her in that format? There is always, you see, Durga format is what? Actual Durga Upasana when it happens by the Shastras, proper Durga Upasana. Then you have the Mahishasura at the feet, destroyed by Durga. So she says, gives that blessing that Mahishasura has to be there. To the extent there is even one flower that is given to Mahishasura. So by this blessing, Mahishasura becomes immortal by the blessing of the deity. And then, the story doesn't end there. Then the goddess makes sure that Mahishasura does not remember this interaction at all. Erases the memory completely. Otherwise, how will he fight? And then eventually the fight happens and Mahishasura is destroyed.
Are there Mahishasura prayers, mantras?
No. Just a customary 1-2 flowers and small things are there in the traditional Durga Puja. So let me clarify one thing. The 8-handed form is more important. The presence of the tiger is perhaps an evolution that happened later.
Okay.
Okay, it's possible. I think there is no specific mention of any tiger. It's always the lion.
It's just that I think in Bharatiya culture, the
Yeah.
word sher references both.
Yeah, perhaps that is why the lion tiger came in there. But actual texts all speak of the lion.